Okay, and then maybe while I'm doing that, you can do a quick intro for the stream and just say like where you're from, how long you've been playing, your tag, goals for the game.
Yeah, yeah, all the basic stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it
My
gives me
name is
some
Jay.
context too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My name is Jalen. Um, my tag is BlazinJace. I've been playing for what, like 5, maybe 6 years.
Okay.
So I'm that kid for sure. Uh, played Falco throughout my entire career. Um, I've also switched to the box about,
Okay, so you're a box player.
yep, yep. So I've been playing on that for about a year now. So I'm still like
Okay.
learning the ins and outs of that, but I have a fairly good grasp of it. I feel like I'm like definitely closer to my skill level beforehand. Just like a couple of tech skill stuff that still feels awkward for me, but it's
Mm-hmm.
good for the most part. And yeah, as far as this lesson goes, uh, oh, skill wise, I feel like I'm like the low right before HR, if that makes sense,
The
or
level right
PR.
before what?
PR for my state.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm like borderline, but still
Okay,
like
that
also
helps.
yeah, yeah. Like I can take games off of like the top 10 people in my state. Like you know Gage, Rise, the guy who used to be over there in Cali.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like throughout the summer, I've gone like game 3 with him,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
like 3 or 4 times. So just
In
to, like give
like
you
Falco Fox.
yeah, Falco
Okay.
Fox. Yeah, yeah. But I can't really touch players like lowercase hero, who's currently number one, or
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Danny.
he's number one in your state.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
Danny Phantom's number two. I would consider them both about like top 100 level.
Who's
So
number two?
Danny Phantom.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I remember meeting him.
Yeah, yeah. So just give you like a quick overall look at my skill level, I guess.
Okay, no, that definitely helps. And
hmm
what are you trying to go over today?
so for the most part, I wanted to go over before we go into the set, I wanted to like, look over shield pressure stuff. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's just like an overall weakness of mine currently, and
Okay.
platform check shaping, and just follow ups in general.
Okay, yeah,
Is
we can definitely go over some of that stuff.
yeah, yeah. We
What do
can
you?
touch on that for like 15 minutes. I feel like that helped me not just within the matchup I want to look at, but my overall where my biggest weaknesses are currently.
Okay, so what do you want to start on? What's your first question?
Probably shield pressure.
Okay, so yeah, what
Because right now my go-to is definitely shine dare, and hope for the best.
is this like on Fox or on like any character?
Any character.
I
Yeah,
see. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And that's a huge problem, right?
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah. So how like what is your like shield like theory of shield pressure basically? Like when you're doing shield pressure, is it literally just you're thinking like shine dare, shine dare?
I like it really depends. Like I feel like in friendlies I have a much better time of thinking of thinking like different shield pressure sequences I can go through. But when the heat of the moment of tournament comes through, I'm like
Mm-hmm.
shine dare, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that just probably means that that's like the only thing your hands are like truly comfortable with is like the shine dare.
hmm
Um, let's see. So, okay, so you're aware that Nair is better on shield than down air.
Yeah, yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of times, and the nice thing, and it seems kind of obvious, but this is actually something I didn't understand at first with Falco, and somebody had to explain it to me, is that like, yeah, if you do kind of like a dare like this, where it's like, it's not the latest dare, but it's kind of late-ish, like that. A lot of times people will still like get like a shine out of shield. Like,
Okay.
people will get like that, right? And so something nice is that if you do nair pressure on the shield at about that same lateness, you'll most of the time beat the fox. This is like super task fox or whatever. So like, there we go. Like most of the time, you'll beat the fox out of like a nair shine shield pressure. In this, if they try to do the exact same input as if you did the down air. And the it's interesting because basically they can't react to this difference. Like this and this are like it's too quick for them to react to the difference. So if you mix up Nair into your shield pressure, they're never confident to try to punish the down air. Because sometimes the Nair will be there instead, and it'll give you the extra frames you need to like hit them if they try to do the shine out of shield on the down air. So Nair is really, really good. Against non-spacey characters, the best shield pressure you can ever do is just aerial shine grab. Like against Marth, Sheik,
characters like Peach, right? Yeah.
Peach, Pikachu, and maybe not Pikachu, because if you can short hop over all of their punishes, like Pikachu or whatever, maybe. But like pretty much most characters, shine grab is just the way to go. Especially because like characters like Sheik, Marth, they're gonna be doing like like they're just kind of looking for the grab, and so like going for the shine grab misses, like it beats out jump out of shield, and it beats out grab out of shield, and it's safe against roll out of shield and everything like that. And so it's nice because it's just this pretty safe, solid shield pressure that kind of just works all the time. And I would say that should pretty much be your like most basic default against the majority of the cast, just because it's so safe and it's so like solid.
Okay. That makes like total sense to me, right? So for like my next upcoming like friendlies or tournaments I go to, I should just spam it.
Like against Sheik and Marth, literally, I'm just like every time. Like I don't even bother with like, oh, but what if I did like multi-shine, you know? What if I did this and then I come down? Like, no. I just literally just do this, and I'm like, okay, just keep moving. It gets them in the air. They can't shield grab you anymore because they're in the air, and you just get to play out this nice, like, grounded Falco versus aerial other character interaction, you know, with lasers and aerials and all this good stuff.
Sure.
So it basically is just like an even or better guaranteed situation on every character who doesn't have a shine, and then a lot of times versus Spaceys, there's kind of this mix-up of basically like, are you going to do a single shine or a double shine? And so the most basic shield pressure would be like Nair shine, like late aerial shine over and over, but make sure to do it like late. Don't just go like, like that's the worst shield pressure you can do. It's this and then this. So you have to think of it as like where the gaps are, where like basically this is the most basic aerial pressure, and where's the gap? It's after the shine. So, right there. There's like this gap between the shine and the aerial.
Like a breath in between.
A what?
I said it's like you're taking a breath in between.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not really, like, they can't react really. Like, if they think you're gonna do this, and you do this, they can't react to that.
Right.
All they can do is guess that, like, oh, the gap is going to come right after the shine, so I will move right after the shine. But the double shine beats that because if they act out after the shine, assuming this is the gap, then they're wrong because the gap was actually here after the second shine. So if they thought that, like, this gap and then like shine gap aerial, it's actually shine gap aerial or shine gap aerial, and so that makes it so that if they tried to do like a timing mix up that covers like after the first shine, I will immediately, you know, where is it? Oh, I don't think they have like an up smash out of shield. Let's just say this like that. Like after the shine, you know, I'm waiting to get this down air and then they nair me, but then it's like, well, now I just do 2 shines because it'll beat Fox acting out to try to hit, like to try to counter hit me at that timing. And so that is like the essential nature of shield pressure against Spaceys and especially Fox, is just that like there's this little gap before the late aerial, and you need to change where you're going to put that gap. And, like, just sort of 50-50 it and mix it up. And it's just really frustrating for the Fox because they can either stay in shield and keep getting pressured like this, or read it And then sometimes they just get like double shine punish, or double shine down air, or double shine into, you know, you can do stuff like the Kalindi stuff where you do that, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Like, I've been seeing him do that a lot in uh, fucking Twitter or whatever.
yeah.
I have no idea how to practice that.
No, it's just literally like you just do short hop shine like that, and then but you do it like instantly, and then you waveland back out of it, and it's just like I just did it for like I just practiced it mindlessly while I was watching some TV for like an hour or half an hour, and I was only able to learn it on one side, like on this side, and I couldn't do it on the other side. And it's still like definitely harder for me to do it on the other side, but I did learn it on both sides. It's mostly like practice it for a bit, half an hour to an hour, just kind of mindlessly. Then I let it sit for like a week, try it again, and I've done that a couple times now, and I can do it now, but I don't really use it in matches like he does yet. But I know it's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
And so this beats the shine out of shield, and if you ever feel like you're super afraid of something out of shield pressure, you can just do shine full hop. It'll get you out of the way of like almost everything in the game. It'll get you out of the range of all shield grabs, like even like Sheik, Marth, Ganon, Falcon. If you just do this, like you're just safe from anything. But yeah, that's the main idea, is like where you put the gap. And you just kind of mix up where you put that little gap, and Fox struggles a lot of times. And, you know, if you think that Fox is, just one last thing, if you think that Fox doesn't, like, basically if you think that Fox is going to hold shield, then Shine Grab is still really good. And it's especially like here, Fox is way less likely to hold shield in the corner because of Shine Grab. So it's way more common in the corner to want to do something like this. You know, just like, oh, Shine Wave Dash back because Fox wants to roll or Fox wants to full hop. So a lot of times you'll see like a Mango thing like this, where he'll get like pressure in the corner, and then he'll wave dash, he'll get pressure in the corner, pretend there's a platform here, he'll wave dash back, and then read the full hop to the platform. So it looks like, and then he'll get somebody, and that just looks very like Mango-y, you know?
Right.
And the reason for that is because they don't want to hold shield in the corner because of Shine Grab. So that's like a basic overview of the shield pressure. Does that somewhat answer your question?
No, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think it's just a matter of grinding it out.
Yeah, you just have to get really used to doing the late aerials. That's like the toughest part.
I think having it in like a compact, you know, spot in the video is really gonna help me out. That I can just keep going back to it, and you know.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That's good. Okay, so what's next?
Next, if we can like quickly just touch on check chasing with Falco, that would be really cool, especially like on platform.
Okay.
Battlefield probably
let's go to Battlefield and see. So do you mean? Let me see. Do you mean like this tech chase or this tech chase?
That one, because that's
this one.
Yeah, that one, because that's when I'm getting like a get up attack as I'm like trying to fall on them with, you know, whatever aerial or.
Oh, like they like miss tech up here.
Right, or anything would happen, and I just kind of like freak out, you know. But I'll get my shine dare, you know, my shine dare, and then they go on plat, and then it's just like, what do I do now, right?
Like they miss tech to side plat, and dare is already, or like shine is already staled and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay, there's a few options depending on what they do. Okay, so reacting to all of the options on this stage, I think you can do it, but it's really hard. Basically, like reacting to the get up attack or regular get up, and you get kind of these shines on the rolls, like where you gotta kind of go like outside the platform, and then you waveland back. And then that makes it so that, like, if they go, like, towards the stage here... Wow, what am I... If you go towards the stage, you can, like, cover it. Whereas if you do, like, kind of this outward shine here, like this, and they DI out, they go way too far out here. Okay. So I always try to shine people generally, like, back towards the platform. Here it doesn't really matter, because you can go, like, up to the top plat, too. But, like, especially on the outer end, you want to go in more. But yeah, I do a lot of like tech chasing where I try to go like this, and then I kind of get that, or I get like this, and then forward smash at like some percent. And so it's basically like if I feel confident in it, I'll tech chase with the shine. Sometimes I feel like I'm not confident in it, and I'll just do the up air. And this is kind of just like a fallback of like I shine them and they miss tech. And honestly, if you shine and they miss tech here, and you feel like you kind of know that they're missing the tech here, just this dash up air is really good. Just because
I've been doing that too. I just feel like it's lazy and there's more.
it is a little lazy. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of the fallback, but it's like it's really not that bad because especially if like they DI out at like 40 or something, you can kind of just kill them a lot of times. And then like if they DI up, then you get like this tech chase on the platform. So it's kind of like, oh okay, you get kind of something. And then if they miss tech, sometimes I'll even end up doing like multiple up airs. But yeah, it's a little bit lazy. The perfect thing you can do is basically to get to the platform before they do. Like if I get to here, then I just get the tech chase because you can just reaction tech chase to whatever from this platform. If you get there in time. Whereas, like, if you don't get there in time and you're down below, it kind of depends on the platform height. Like, Stadium and Yoshi's and Fountain are just super ultra-free tech chasing. And then, like, on reaction from the ground. And then Battlefield is, like, sometimes you can get it. And then Dreamland is, like, just give up. And so, like, these stages, you really want to try to get there just before Fox, because if you miss text, you just up tilt or like a forward smash or something like that.
Okay. Maybe that's my issue right now. Is that I'm trying to like react to where they're going versus like going to like automatically going to the platform because that's where they're.
Yeah, like a lot of Falcos will they'll kind of get the person up in the air. And then they'll just kind of wait here and then try to up air again or something like that. And it's like, no, if you get this and then they kind of pop up above the platform, just go to the platform. It's super easy to just reaction tech chase like that with the shine and then, like, get a kill. So that's pretty much what I will do.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
And there's some spots, really quick also, is that, like, a lot of times, so you can't, like, react in a lot of spots to Fox teching, and then you jump like on reaction to the tech in place. But you can do a kind of thing where like if Fox is kind of on his way over to the platform, you can kind of like jump like a little bit ahead of time, and then let me see if I can do it. It's kind of like I just want one to the platform. Come on, there we go. You can kind of jump ahead of time. See how I kind of like jump a little early before he hits? And it makes it so that I can kind of get him if he goes in place. And then if he rolls, let me see if I can get a roll.
One day.
Yeah, I don't know what. But the idea is basically you're getting up here quicker. Whereas like if you, like, you know that if he lands at a certain timing, he has to do one of them. And if you don't have enough time to get from the ground up here, you just make it that just as he's landing, you just start your jump. And then, because you're only, like, right here as he's teching, you're already in the air. If he techs in place or mis-techs, you get a shine. And then if he tech rolls, you can just, like, tech chase it. Because you're already up here. But yeah, most of the time, getting up onto the platform is the best option. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll get the shine, then just kind of hold center versus, pressing the issue. So just stay position and like the stays position while you're trying to follow up for your combos, I guess, is where it's kind of going.
Yeah, it's just that like, so Falco can't reaction tech chase usually. He gets about like a 3 out of 4, but he can reaction tech chase when the opponent's in the corner. Because he doesn't have, like, full distance on the roll in either direction.
Right.
And he can cover it on the platform because they can't get the full distance roll in either direction. So if you can, like, get to the platform and just do a normal grounded tech chase, that's good. And if you can get them in the corner, you can do a full reaction tech chase, but then not in center stage.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't even really need to worry about the whole the whole frame data aspect of it, where we kind of try to react to the Y that Fox makes with his legs. Uh, like that
Um,
that aspect to it.
no, like it's kind of basically that like you still should react to that.
Mhm.
Like because maybe you want to punish tech in place with grab. Maybe you're
Right,
in a spot where they tech in place and you want a forward throw or
right.
something. But yeah, there's plenty of spots where he just techs in place and you have a million frames to react because you have shine and you're just fine. But like it's still good to like treat reaction tech like you kind of want to treat the reaction tech chase like it's real, but then choose one roll direction that you're not going to hit.
Mhm.
Like if you're tech chasing in center stage, like I'll be like, okay, I'll cover everything but tech to the right, and then I react to either tech in place or tech left or miss tech or whatever. He's just not fast enough to base. Like it's basically you choose uh here. So like if he lands and I'm here, I can either like read ahead of time that he's going to the right and kind of like cover that, or I'm not gonna get it. So like if I try to react to this, I can't get over there in time. But if I just choose one of these and I'm like kind of more on that side of the roll, then I can always get that type of roll or the tech in place. So just assume you're gonna miss one tech roll unless you're in the corner or on a platform.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that helps for sure. Just kind of accepting the fact that I probably can't uh, cover them all, but that resets neutral, and then I just get a laser anyways, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of times where like you'll just get something like this, where like you can kind of aerial someone maybe here. Mangos does this so much, where he kind of like sets up his combos so that he's like this is a reaction tech chaseable spot, Like he'll kind of hit you into the corner so that he can get a reaction tech chase. And so I think like there's ways to play Falco that just make it so like you get less tech chases directly in center stage where you have to make a read.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's just frustrating because Falco's so good in center. You just have to accept the fact that
Well, no, no,
you
he's
have to
great.
really get
And
it all.
no, no, think about it. When you're in center, your
Mhm.
opponent can be in the corner, which is what you want.
Right,
So Falco's
right.
still good in center. This doesn't make Falco not good in center. You want to be in center and them to be in the corner because then all of your moves can tech chase them.
Okay, okay, fair enough. All right, all right. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that's gonna help. I think I just have to like grind out those positions, just you know, in particular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Yeah.
tech chases with Falco are a little annoying. I would say just get really good at this, like these turnaround ones, and get really good at like these where you run off and you do this. Because a lot of times you'll get these spots like this where Fox tech rolls there and you want like this one. And
Oh.
I posted a drill on Twitter a while ago where like you basically just set Fox to do DI away, tech away, and you basically can do like this shine, and then he DIs away here, techs to here, and you jump up and do this, and then he goes to top plat, and you run off and you do this, so you end up with this like tech chase, and you go boom boom, and then you go this, boom boom, and then you can like combo him out of that or whatever. And it's just kind of like a little drill I came up with. It's mad easy to set up. Let me just show you super duper quick. It'll take like 30 seconds. Okay, you basically just do like, let's see, DI down and away, DI, combo DI, no SDI, tech away, and invincible. And let's see, 0? No. Let's do 10%. Yep. Okay, so you do this. Oh, maybe a little higher. Really? Higher? 30? That. Like, you basically just practice this drill, and it makes you way better at, like, these types of, like, tech chase motions. To just practice getting the correct side of the shine and getting up here and then punishing this and like just messing with that type of thing is very beneficial, I think. And it just kind of trains this habit over and over of like the shine turnaround waveland, and it trains the jump up to platform one and the runoff one, and it sort of makes into this little like mini game, you know. And so you can even like down air the side plat again, like I did, and then when he does the tech chase, like run off and shine again. So there's like a lot of variations of that you can do where it's just nice little practice on that. And when I did it, it just helped me a lot with that particular tech skill and made the tech chases a lot easier from then on.
Okay, got you. Yeah, yeah. I definitely plan on drilling that out a lot because that's not something I even like considered. Okay, sounds good.
Okay, what's next?
All right, so we do all this spacey specific, stuff, right? And then I want to switch directly over to Yoshi.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that you were talking about some Yoshi stuff that you wanted to go over, and I figured, well, there's a Yoshi that's been beating my ass like the past like couple of months anyway, so might as well knock that out,
Mm-hmm.
like one deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is at one of our locals. We played once in winners and then again in grands. I think the grand set was probably. I mean, I felt like they were both fine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I felt good going into both sets. Felt confident. I feel like I played well. I just lost,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so like no Johns or anything like that. Uh, so maybe Grants would probably be the better one to look over because I had a little bit more information going into the set.
Okay, you said starts at an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, some things I went into the set thinking about was uh, side B mix up at the start of the set because I noticed through previous games that we played and previous sets that we had that he wasn't really paying attention to me directly side Bing to
Mm-hmm.
him at the start of the match. And then that gives me a hard knockdown. I get the shine. So if you see that, it's not me mindlessly doing that. It's me knowing that he's probably going to miss this tech.
Okay.
Uh, and then another pattern that I noticed uh, after reviewing it was I was avoiding teching towards the edge because he likes to tech chase towards the edge and just down smash and auto kill you. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times I'm teching towards center, like consciously I'm teching towards center so he doesn't do that.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can OMS detect the down smash, right?
I probably can, but I'm pretty bad at that. So maybe
Okay,
that's
yeah.
something I
Because if
think
he
I should
tech chase
well.
down smashes you and you just OMS attack, I'm pretty sure you just like live. And I think down smash is too slow to do anything about it.
Okay, okay.
And
So
just
he
a
can't like
quick,
dash attack me out of it.
what's up?
He can't dash attack me out of that.
I no down smash takes a really long time. Like we can test it, but I'm 99% sure that he can't punish it at all.
Okay. All right.
Goex
Yeah, maybe that's
clarifies
something
that
that
he
I
can't
should find
punish.
out.
Yeah, which is what I was. I'm. So the thing with Yoshi is I'm like, I have a lot of stuff that I now have against Yoshi, but at the same time, I don't have as much confidence against Yoshi as say like Fox or something like that.
Right.
So it's possible that some advice that I'll give might change in like 3 months or something. But overall, I think I still have a pretty good general thing against Yoshi. So,
Right. Right. And I'm not at your level regardless. So you can pick apart stuff that I'm just doing that's bad
mm-hmm.
at worst, if nothing else, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All right.
think we're good.
So let's get started here, and I'll see what's going on. Oh, hand warmer.
Hmm.
130. What is it at? 137.13. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the way Yoshi works is basically he needs to force you to interact at like specific angles or specific times, and usually specific times. And if you don't interact at that specific time, his little plan doesn't work. And so the most important piece of advice against Yoshi is not to interact when Yoshi wants to interact. So anytime Yoshi is like pressuring you, and then there's this weird gap where it feels like you have a chance to kind of like counterattack Yoshi or something like that. You just never ever want to take that. You specifically want to wait for positions where you have put Yoshi in an awkward spot somehow. So, for instance, like Yoshi does a jump, and then Yoshi does a double jump nair drift towards you, and you do like a dash away backflip laser, and it catches Yoshi out of the air, and you can't like hit Yoshi quick enough to prevent him from getting to the ground. You can't keep him in the air, but he's not in like a comfortable spot. He doesn't have his double jump. He's in the air. And so a lot of times you can use those positions to set up like some kind of like a pressure or something like that. A lot of times I kind of like treating it sort of like, you know, that nice range against Fox where it's not, see, the thing is, it's like not that good of a range, but it feels good when you first do it, where there's that nice like dash dance, short hop, late aerial range on Fox.
Yeah. Like 2 character spaces away.
Yeah, like there's just this nice distance that feels great, but Fox is kind of fast and like avoids it.
Yeah.
That exact position is like really good on Yoshi. So a lot of times he struggles to move through your lasers super well. And so a lot of times you can use the lasers, like retreating laser, kind of run away with it. But it's more that you want to use the lasers, like less so camping, and more so those lasers are for both for damage and to look for that nice range to set up. And then once you get the range, you can just come in with like late nair pressure and stuff like that, and double shine, and empty land double shine and stuff like that. And there's not really like a parry that he can use that'll just beat all of those. And even if he does get a parry, like 99% of the time his only option is going to be to get a nair on you. So it's similar to like shield pressuring Sheik, where like she really wants that nair out of shield, but when she hits it, nothing bad actually happens to you anyway. So I really like to set up that situation, and then I like to look for situations where Yoshi is falling on me to get a mix-up, like right here. This is like an example of like where Yoshi is vulnerable. So none of these positions Yoshi's vulnerable, because Yoshi is like ready to fight. Whenever you're close to Yoshi and you're in this kind of scramble, like hit for hit thing, Yoshi will beat you there every time. He's like pretty much the strongest or second strongest character in the game in those types of situations. So you really got to watch out for fighting in those spots where you like aren't enjoying it, or you're not that you're not enjoying it, but that Yoshi wants it, because you won't enjoy it if you end up playing it.
Right. Okay.
So this is a good spot. So you run away and you get this laser. I really like this position here. You're not quite at that range. Remember, like the range is like right here. So if I set up this laser, I would be kind of trying to get another laser to set up this really nice range right here.
Right.
So you just do another laser in place, which is fine, because if he dashed in, he would have put himself in the range. And then you're kind of dash dancing. I don't really like this like approach here, because you were so close to setting up that range. You could have just shot another laser or two and gotten that nice clean range. At least you double jumped away here, so nothing bad happened. But you were very close to that nice range that you were kind of looking for. And I feel like you could feel it subconsciously that this was like almost a nice range, where Yoshi, like, if he's a little closer, he can't really hit you, but you're still pretty safe. Okay, so this is a good example of where Yoshi is vulnerable. Is right here. You do this, and Yoshi gets this sort of impulse to like chase you. This is where you want to strike outside of that pressure. So there's like that pressure thing where you're kind of moving around, you're getting the lasers, and that gives you the opportunity to jump in with like late nair pressure or double shine pressure, stuff like that. That's like opening number 1. Then opening number 2 is when Yoshi kind of tries to chase you like this. He makes himself very vulnerable because, first of all, you could do something like up tilt, CC shine, stuff like that, and he can get caught without a double jump, which, that's the best spot you could possibly have Yoshi in, is no double jump. And like in hit stun in the air with no double jump, you can pretty much end Yoshi's stock like a good half the time there.
Okay.
So Yoshi has to worry about getting hit out of this aerial with like an up tilt or a CC or something like that. And you can also hit Yoshi out of it with a like backflip laser or a fade back laser or a retreating laser, kind of like what I was saying in that other spot, which could set up this dash dance pressure. But basically, this is where you're going to see, like, Yoshi has no double jump, super vulnerable, chilling in the air with only this nair out for so long. This is, like, prime Yoshi destroying position.
Yeah, so that's an up tilt and a half, right there.
Yeah, like an up tilt's there is good. A lot of times you can even dash away, short hop back, down air, like to get kind of over it. But yeah, lasers, up tilt, nairing him out of the air, anything to kind of keep Yoshi in the air. And if you're at a lower percent, sometimes you'll win the trade depending on how it goes. And like I was saying, you don't even really have to take those. That's just where Yoshi is vulnerable. So I'll look at a situation like that and maybe I'll shoot a laser and be like, did I get that laser in a spot where Yoshi is now kind of vulnerable? Even more vulnerable? And then if not, I'll just kind of leave. But that is sort of the type of spot where I'll look for the vulnerabilities. And yeah, there it is again. It's just like anytime Yoshi has done this double jump, that is like a great time to maybe get like a laser or something like that. And okay, so yeah, here you got this. Which is very close to the range thing I was talking about. So right here, where you go in with this, the problem is that you nared too early. Because Yoshi is always going to crouch here. And so you kind of want... Like, look how high up the nair hits the shield.
Right.
You need this nair to hit way down here. But even then, like, not much is really going to happen. Like, you just get naired. And if you succeeded on this, maybe you got a shine. Maybe you double shined Yoshi right out of his double jump, while he was trying to get out of it. It's a very difficult position for Yoshi to be in. So yeah, like right here, super duper late nair or down air, or empty land double shine, or... I guess, I probably wouldn't want to do approaching laser here, but just like approaching tomahawk double shine here is just so broken. Approaching late aerial double shine here, also so broken. And yeah, when you mess up, you just get naired, it's not a big deal. And then, yeah, so this, and then you do another late aerial, which is pretty good. Like, Yoshi kind of struggles with the late aerials. So, right here, it's like not... So Yoshi's parry only lasts 5 frames. So if Yoshi tries to parry your early aerial and you do a late aerial instead, Yoshi cannot parry it. Like, at all. So there's just this thing of like Yoshi wants you to attack at this one specific time, and as long as you just attack a couple frames later with this late aerial or a delayed shine, or a double shine, or something like that, Yoshi will get caught out of jump squat. And a lot of times, even if they get out of their jump squat, they don't want to just frame perfect double jump nair, because, you get that, like he kind of, like, cancels on the ground, like, with his double jump, because he dips slightly. You've seen the double jump cancel where Yoshi just kind of turns around really fast and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so they can't really do the frame one double jump nair either most of the time. So you're gonna end up with these weird like 5 to 7 frame window where Yoshi is like kind of vulnerable, and as long as you hit during that window. And especially with the late aerial, the window for Yoshi to execute and hit you is so much higher that it just ends up like very much in your favor. Whereas like these early aerials are pretty much never ever in your favor.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to go over it like so badly at the start, because it's not like just a problem with this matchup. It's like every match I feel like I have really bad pressure.
Also, this is kind of a rule in this matchup: is don't full hop rising aerial. Pretty much ever, like this. this is like one of my worst habits in the matchup, which is why this rule is so like vague. But pretty much, if like you will simply do better in this matchup for life if you never do full hop rising aerials. That's just kind of it. Just don't full hop rising aerial. Your life gets easier. Yoshi can move around it, tank it, shield it in like a million ways, and you're just vulnerable for way too long. Like your back air can hit here, and then you're in stun this whole time. You know, Yoshi is all about hitting him with the late aerials. Everything against Fox, there's this mix-up of like late aerial, early aerial. With Yoshi, it's all late aerial. It's either late aerial or empty land tomahawk, like tomahawk shine, like empty land shine. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so remember, you don't want to go for these like back airs. This is where you want to set up that nice range. So right here, I would have gone. Right here, I would have shot this laser right here instead of this back air. I would have drifted right here, laser, get this nice range, dash dance, jump in, late in air. Oh, but even there, okay, so this is kind of a nice thing at high percent, is the back air becomes really useful, and you almost did it perfectly, where right here, where Yoshi chases you a little bit, you can always, it's kind of interesting, like Yoshi literally can't move fast enough towards you to catch this dash back. And so you can basically always, at high percent, just dash away and back air and hit pretty much everything Yoshi does. Like, you could just short hop back air here and just hit him out of this. Really, really useful at higher percents. Okay. At 0, like this, you're in this spot. Your entire goal, like, so it's good, survive the invincibility. And at that point, like, I don't know if this was just like an accident or something, but like the goal should definitely be to like get away and land as many lasers as possible before you die.
No, I don't think that was the game plan. I think I messed up the dare. I think I was
see.
trying to go in on him.
Yeah, but the game plan needs to be, oh, I got a stock lead, it's time to laser camp. And the reason is that, like, what's Yoshi bad at? Chasing, approaching. What's Yoshi the best in the game at? Sitting there, waiting. So it's like if you're in a position where you can force Yoshi to approach you and you can run away and shoot lasers and Yoshi has to rush at you, that's what you want, because that's what makes Yoshi, similar to Peach, the most vulnerable, is when Yoshi is like reaching out. They're trying to double jump towards you and nair and really reach out and get you, or dash attack, or fair all the way at you. Like, all of these sorts of things are kind of like what Yoshi doesn't want to do. You know, Yoshi doesn't want to be chasing you on the platforms. Yoshi wants to be chased on the platforms. And so anytime you get a lead against Yoshi, it needs to be like ruthless because that is Yoshi's weakest position. And if you never play Yoshi's weakest position, which is needing to get in on you, you're just making their life easier. And like these nairs, these are like nairs that would work if Yoshi wasn't just a double jump armor fiend character. Like, these nairs are just not good, especially because you haven't gotten any laser damage, but just like they're just not super relevant. Okay, I don't mind this shine. I don't mind this shine. This
Yeah, I've been trying to put that in there too. A lot of run-in or jump cancel shine.
Yeah, because if Yoshi tries to do instant jump cancel nair in place here, you'll pretty much just shine him out of it. So exactly. I'm kind of, and you double jump away afterward. I don't like laser dash JC shine waveland down here, but laser dash JC shine double jump away, not bad.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a spot here I want to talk about. So right here. So this is a super common spot in the matchup, and this is, like, don't try to intercept Yoshi with this up air here. There's a very simple plan if you think Yoshi is going to be in this position right here. It's like if you think Yoshi's coming down here, which is what you clearly thought because you went for the up air, this is the perfect opportunity to laser and set up just dash dance late in air range. Okay, and yeah, this is good too. This shine. And I know it's scary but like right here, you either wanna like you don't really wanna do this like jump, shine, double jump away like from a long distance because I mean you can, but you already got in such a nice position to near double shine. That's basically it. Like it's fine, but if you can, sort of the rule, one of the rules against Yoshi is like if you can get a double shine out, you should almost always go for it because double shine is like kind of the counter to Yoshi because he's so based on this like frame tight timing and you just hit him with a shine and then a few frames later hit him with another shine and it's like if he tried to do any it's kind of like the thing I was saying on Fox where it's like if he tries to do something after the first shine, if he reads the gap after the first shine, he just gets punished.
Okay. And side note, is it better to double what is it, jump cancel shine, or is it okay to do like a regular shine, jump cancel shine? If that makes sense.
Oh, I pretty much never do like dash JC shine, like double shine, like off of a dash JC shine.
Okay.
I pretty much just always will do nair into late double shine. Sometimes it's Yoshi's a funny character. Sometimes where you can get like late nair and then you just crouch and then he'll like nair you at low percent and you just CC it and punish him. Like Yoshi is kind of a bad character once you can get into these specific ranges where you have good pressure. But if you attack like this, like these shine down airs, like he will eat those. So this is a great example of the spot where you found the range, but you haven't standardized the timing. So this is why laser is so important. Or one of the reasons why is because it standardizes like what's happening. From this position, the reason you get hit here is because you weren't aware of what animation or like what move Yoshi was in. So let's see. So like right here, you don't have enough time to get in here before Yoshi can shield. So you're kind of just relying on the fact that you're like, ooh, there's that pretty range. Like I'm going to drop on Yoshi with like a late nair. But it's very difficult to tell like what position Yoshi will be in. Like you're not really positive like on enough frames here to really know what Yoshi's going to do. But if you just let a laser rip here and then you dash dance and then another laser and you dash dance and then you come in with the nair, you can kind of create this like I don't even know what I'm trying to like how the best way to say it is. But basically the laser gives you the same amount of frame advantage every time. And so because of it, it's way easier to like condition and create timing mix-ups on Yoshi because it's like for example, if you just go in with a nair, like you could kind of go in with a nair at any time, so Yoshi can just like double jump cancel parry, double jump cancel up air, double jump cancel parry, like over and over and kind of just hope for the best. But if you do like laser instantly jump in with a late nair, Yoshi has like fewer options that will beat that because it comes at a certain timing. And so by creating that timing with the laser, like you're creating the pressure and then like playing off of that pressure is just a lot stronger because Yoshi tries to counter the immediate nair in, but then now he opens himself up for a slightly delayed nair in, whereas like if you just play it like this, you're basically playing it the same way as if you were any other character, Fox, Marth, whatever, where you just have to use your use your movement to mix them up exclusively. Falco doesn't need to do that. He can just be like, you got lasered, am I coming in? And Yoshi has to respond. And so setting up the laser first just makes the pressure in this nair so much stronger because Yoshi can't just like happen to randomly beat it. He has to consciously beat the timing.
Okay. So are you saying that I have to go in on a beat 1 or 3, basically? Like it's either I'm dashing straight in and going in, or I have to dash in, dash back, dash in.
So yeah, I will generally go in on 1, 3, or 5, but you can go in on like 2 or 4 or whatever. Like it's more about the fact that like the laser creates a repetitive situation. That's like the important part.
Okay. All right.
It creates like of a strong, solid like pressure position with the exact same frame data, at least if you hit him at the same spacing every single time. And that allows you to more effectively threaten and like bait. Like basically what you don't want, like I would rather do a 3 and Yoshi reads my 3 and hits me than like I do a 3 and Yoshi is on his own timer and he does 2.5 randomly without really knowing what's happening and he hits me.
Right.
Like I want to make it so that Yoshi has to guess right on the framework that I'm putting on him before he can hit me. It's just one of the many advantages of playing Falco. You get like the control. Yoshi has to solve your puzzles, it's not like a simultaneously both solving each other's puzzles. It's like, no, when you shoot the laser, you've established control. Yoshi has to play your game. Here's an example of the thing where if you're running away, back air pretty much always works. Like right here where Yoshi can't, look how close you are and Yoshi can't quite catch you. And this is where if I think I can hit Yoshi out of the air, I'll do this retreating back air. And if I feel like I can't hit Yoshi out of the air here, then I'll do this backflip down air. So I'll do like, yeah, right here. And I would have done like run away, short hop back, late down air, or late in air on the shield, and kind of get that same like shield pressure type thing. And you can guarantee like what state Yoshi's basically going to be in because you know that he can't catch you. Like you know that like if you run away here, right here, you know that if you run away, Yoshi will end up just a little bit behind you, and so you can kind of time this backflip down air or nair a little bit easier without needing to get like a laser. Because it's kind of like the laser, where the laser sets up a specific position where you can hit Yoshi or create pressure on Yoshi, and this is the same thing, except instead of you having to like create the standardized pressure, Yoshi has done it by just putting himself in this nice, easy to hit position. But yeah, and then this is the downside, is sometimes Yoshi is so fast that you try to do something like that and he just hits you anyway. So it happens. Approaching laser, just kind of worthless. Like it's not, like what are you going to get? Oh, you're going to get approaching laser into, like approaching laser is okay if Yoshi is on the ground because you get like approaching laser double shine or something like that. That's not bad. But just sort of approaching lasering because Yoshi is around is very dangerous.
Yeah, and there's that bad shield pressure I was talking about before.
Have you played against Samus much?
Yeah, actually in this tournament, but they aren't like the best Samus.
Okay.
I usually just beat them.
Do you play kind of safe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I play against Samus as Falco, I feel this feeling that like it doesn't really matter how hard I hit them, and it doesn't really matter, like, not much matters at all except not getting hit by their thing. And you can kind of just run away and do whatever you want as long as you don't get hit by their thing. And Yoshi is a little bit similar, a little bit more complicated than Samus in my opinion, but like, not getting comboed by Yoshi should be the highest priority. So like going for down airs like this is like no payoff you can get out of approaching laser or early down air, shine, whatever. No reward you can get is possibly close to as much as a reward as Yoshi will get if he reads you doing something stupid. So I actually play this matchup currently very similar to like Puff or something, where it's like really, really reduced. Like I either try to catch Yoshi coming down after the double jump with a laser up tilt CC whatever, or I set up that pressure. And if it's not one of those situations, I'm just like, I just run away. I just don't let Yoshi interact with me, because as soon as you start playing these out where he hits your shield, you're trying to hit him back, and then he jumps in, you're doing this, you're gonna lose every time. Yoshi's way better than Falco in those positions.
Okay.
Anytime he's on you and you're just trying to fight back and forth, and I hit him and he hits me, it's like, nope, you're just gonna lose.
Right. Yeah. It's like I'm trying to fight him too honestly.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, you're trying to fight a character straight up, like, in the face, who, like, wins that. Like, Falco is not, like, big fisted brawler character. He can't
Not
really
impressive.
fight up close. He can fight up close against certain like lighter characters. Like he can do it against Fox, maybe, like a little bit. Like Pikachu, maybe. But the heavy ones, Peach, like even kind of like Marth, they're just so good at just sort of taking a hit randomly and then hitting me back, or getting one hit and just super opening me up, that I don't feel like it's worth it. Let's see.
I guess I just have to learn how to accept that too. I can't just Ooga Booga my way into their face.
That you can't what?
I can't just like like just jump in their face and hope for the best.
No, definitely not. The nice thing is though is that once you get the range, you can do that.
Okay.
It's just that like if you're not at that range, or Yoshi's not already committed to a double jump in a spot where you can kind of punish it, the character is just kind of airtight. And he's
Okay.
almost airtight just by nature. Like, just like his double jump kind of blocks you forever while he's moving around. And like, he's so good with the shield, and he gets one up air and your stock is over. He's crazy good at protecting himself, but he can't reach out at you. And as long as you don't reach out at him until you get these couple positions that are nice and pretty and comfy, then like, you just can't fight him. Like those are the positions you can fight him in. Oh, and I was trying to show you right here. That this, where you laser him out of this fair and he's out of the double jump, and he's in this position where like right here, you laser him out of this fair and he's in the position where like he doesn't have his double jump. This is perfect where I'll like dash in here, dash back, dash in, late aerial, or even here maybe out of, actually to be honest, out of this spot, I think probably the best thing is immediate approaching laser double shine. Because you can kind of get him like right as he hits the ground here, approaching laser, and then you just do double shine, and he kind of gets caught out of these positions a lot. So if you can catch him out of, and yeah, and he'll go for stuff like this. Let me see. Yeah, Twitch just goes back 10 seconds. It's like annoying sometimes.
Yeah. It's
But
super
yeah,
annoying.
so this is your opportunity to set up a nice good pressure. And then when he ends up here and he does this, okay, I'm chilling, I'm not going to interact. He runs off and he does this double jump. Don't interact with this. Good. And then here I would probably literally either up tilt, like up tilt's pretty good here to beat this, or roll if I think my up tilt won't beat it.
Okay. Like if we won't come out.
Yeah, wait, this was perfect. This was so good here. Is like you caught his double jump right here. Boom, and you're just like, oh nice, and you come in with this nair and you get this combo. So that was good.
Okay. I just missed the follow up, but the
Yeah.
concept is good.
The follow-ups on Yoshi are really hard to get, and most of the time it's all about damage anyway, so like... And Falco wins really hard in neutral, so I'm just way more concerned with how you're playing the neutral situations, because like, the most, like the best Falco in the world will hit Yoshi for like 50 damage, and the worst Falco in the world will hit Yoshi for like 30. So it's like, it's not that big of a difference as long as you're playing the neutral well. With the exception of like, if you get really good at playing these positions where Yoshi loses his double jump and then you hit him, you can eventually start converting those into full stocks by hitting them off stage. Yeah, probably retreating laser there, a little bit unsafe with the laser in his face. Yeah, like, why are you doing this? That's not in the list of 2 things.
I know. Okay.
Okay, yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. Yes, good. Okay. Jumping up here is actually not as safe as, like, you might think. Like, literally dash dancing and rolling is kind of the safest thing against Yoshi. You can retreat to the platforms, but he can kind of get reads on you, whereas if you're on the ground rolling and stuff and dash dancing, you're a lot safer. It's because Yoshi has to, like, predetermine your location to like, he has to time his aerial after the double jump to time, like, the height, and then he has to figure out, he has this big drift that he has to aim at you, and so as long as you're, like, moving around on the ground constantly, Yoshi actually has a very difficult time hitting you unless you, like, put yourself right in his range. And yeah, there's these full hop rising aerials, they're so scary and bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I just lose for those
I
all
was
the
definitely
time.
just thinking about just hitting him since he's at like 134.
Mm-hmm. And here, yeah, just camp with back air until you hit it. Yoshi will get up to high percent very often. It's kind of like Samus, where it's just okay that Yoshi's at high percent because you win neutral so hard. Okay, you're getting some damage. A little bit too early on this aerial. Other than that, it's pretty good. Like, I want to see this aerial late. Like, right here. So early. Just jump, late aerial.
Okay.
Because Yoshi is not about, like... Yoshi is low-key not about his hitboxes. Yoshi is about counter-hitting. Yoshi is all about you trying to hit him, and he gets a parry, or he gets a power shield, or he gets a double jump armor, whatever, and then he combos you to death. And so... he's not really going to be reaching out and throwing out too many crazy, like, aggro options that'll destroy you if he hits. He's more trying to get in your face and make you swing. That's, like, kind of his goal. He's like, I just want to intimidate Falco, get in his face, make him miserable, and then get him to swing at me. And then, nice.
I know, right?
It happens.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, he usually misses that tag. So that's why I'm going directly for that.
Right here.
Yeah,
it's fine anyway. Yeah, remember late nair here. Don't early nair. But yeah, good. That was pretty ideal in terms of combo. I think that's about as much as you can get. Good. Okay, this is like a sort of complicated situation that I was like labbing a little bit, and it's definitely doable. It's just hard. So when you hit Yoshi here, instead of shining him, you want to just back air right away. Because the goal is kind of you don't want him to get too high up. If he gets too high up, he gets a lot of mix-ups. Great up tilt here. Back air here instead. So when he goes up here, there's this weird situation where basically, like, you can actually react to him down being and then just hit him before he hits the ground. But you have to be super ready for the down B. So I would just sit here down below the platform, wait for the down B. I would honestly, in this spot, it's too hard to hit him before he does it. I would just let him down B and then, like, shine and try to hit him off of this. Sometimes you can react and hit him in the air, and sometimes you have to just react and be like, oh, there's no way I can, like, hit him out of the air from this down B. I'll just punish his landing. Because it feels pretty bad as Yoshi to get hit out of your double jump. Like, the down B is clearly like a panic option that lets him get out of the situation for free-ish. So he's just like, please let me out! And so if you just hit him again and punish him really hard out of it again, he's not going to feel very good about it. Yeah, you definitely get a little too psycho at high percent. Like, you're at 158, you have to die right now. And it's like, dude, you just played, like, patient neutral to get him up to, like, 150. He doesn't need to die now. Like, it's not nothing has changed. You just keep playing the game until he dies. Okay. Honestly, not bad. A little bit too early on the nair, but could have been worse. Wow.
That's a
crazy
big
nair by the Yoshi. And yeah, so this is pretty much okay, we're pretty much at time here, or like an hour, but I just want to mention that, like, this situation you did right here, where you get this laser at this beautiful range and you come in, is so perfect if you nair way later. This is exactly what you want to do, but nair way later and you're in good shape, or down air.
Okay.
But okay, I think we went over a lot of really good situations in that hour. Both, like, the first section with, like, the tech skill, and not tech skill, but see what we shield pressure stuff and, like, general stuff, and then, like, this versus Yoshi stuff.
Yeah, a lot of fundamental stuff for sure.
All right, do you have any extra questions or thoughts before we end?
Not right in this moment, but, you know, I have your Discord, so I'll just shoot a question.
Yeah, definitely. Feel free to shoot me questions or whatever if you're confused. No problem.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good, man. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
I appreciate it.